Hi, I'm Kevin McCabe. You probably know me from my days as an Arizona high school sports television broadcaster. But I'm also a proud alum, a former student athlete at West High, now Metro Tech, of the Phoenix Union High School District. And I want to thank you for taking the time to view our Phoenix Union High School District Informed Consent video. Now, the purpose of this video is to inform parents and students about the benefits and risk of athletic participation so that you can, 1, make an informed decision about whether to participate, and 2, learn what can be done to reduce the risk of injury. In research provided by the National Federation of State High School Associations, studies show that students who participate in athletic and other extracurricular activities learned lifelong lessons of teamwork and self-discipline. And these activities facilitate the physical and emotional development of our nation's youth. Participation in high school activities is proven to be of great benefit during the time of activity. As well, it is also proven to have long-term positive impact while not competing. According to research published by the USADA in 2012, children who participate in sport have shown improved academic achievement, higher self-esteem, fewer behavioral problems, and healthier psychological adjustment. Physical movement affects the brain's physiology and is associated with improved attention and better information processing, storage, and retrieval. In addition, increasing energy levels outside the classroom is associated with higher attention levels in the classroom.
While there are a great many benefits to sport participation, there are also risks involved. In 1995, the National Athletic Training Association did a long-term study to determine the trends of athletic injuries. Specifically, the study determined the trends in what they call time loss injuries. These are injuries that require a player to stop activity for more than one day. The study characterized injuries in 3 types. Minor, where a student athlete is removed from their current session and returns to activity within 7 days. Moderate, where the student athlete is removed from their current session and does not return to activity for 8 to 21 days. Major, where the student athlete is removed from their current session and does not return for more than 21 days. Of the 10 sports included in the study, 73% were considered to be minor in nature. Football had the highest rate of injuries, with 39% of all high school varsity football players sustaining some sort of injury during the time of the study. 80% of these injuries were considered minor, 11% were considered moderate, and 8% were considered major. The study also found that the severity of injuries may be lessening. Other key findings to the research showed that 55% of the injuries occurred in practice. Of the injuries requiring surgery, 60% were to the knee, and the largest portion of injuries requiring surgery was for girls basketball. The most common type of injury that occurs in athletics is general trauma. This includes abrasions, contusions, lacerations, bursitis, muscle cramps, and spasms. The second most common injuries are sprains, which are injuries to the ligamentous tissue above the joint, and strains, which are injuries to the muscle and tendons. While most injuries that occur are in the previously mentioned categories, there is always a risk for catastrophic injuries. These include spinal cord or brain injuries. Although rare, they are a risk that every student athlete and parent must consider before participation. Please do so carefully. This is a risk that cannot be ignored.
Now, additionally, as a result of the national awareness and focus on concussions, the Phoenix Union High School District has adopted a concussion management program under the guidance of the Mayo Clinic.
The purpose of Phoenix Union High School District Concussion Management Program is to implement reasonable precautionary measures to protect student athletes who show signs or symptoms of a concussion or head injury, and to ensure that student athletes receive proper care and return to play in a safe manner. As a result, Phoenix Union has established a program that will be presented prior to the start of any athletic activity each year and is needed throughout the school year. Its purpose is to educate students, parents, guardians of students, and coaches who participate or coach athletic activities about the dangers of concussions and head injuries, as well as the risk of continued participation in athletic activity after sustaining such an injury. This program complies with the guidelines, information, and forms developed in consultation with the Arizona Interscholastic Association. Information related to attending a district-established program and the requirements to attend a district-established program prior to participation in an athletic event will be made available by the principal and/or an administrative designee to students, parents or guardians of students, and coaches prior to the start of an athletic activity each year and throughout the school year. School principals and/or administrative designee at each Phoenix Union School site shall be responsible for the implementation of the program and to ensure that no student participates in an athletic activity prior to the student and the student's parents or guardians having annually attended the district's established program as verified by their signatures.
While most of the injuries that occur are in the previously mentioned categories, there is always a risk of catastrophic injuries. These may include spinal cord or brain injuries. And while they're extremely rare, they are a risk that every student athlete and every parent must consider before participation. Please do so carefully. This is a risk that cannot be ignored. Now that we've identified these risks, let's take a look at what can be done to minimize these risks of injuries.
It is important that an athlete knows and understands the rules of the game in which they are playing. By knowing what moves and holds are legal, an athlete can avoid jeopardizing the safety of his opponent as well as himself. Many rules have been instituted by the National Federation to decrease the risk of injury. Wrestle!
Proper technique is essential for a student athlete. Not only does this help them perform better as an athlete, it protects them from injury. An example of this is proper technique in tackling. Proper technique will not only help prevent an injury to the person being tackled, it will also reduce the risk of injury to the person doing the tackling.
All athletes should properly prepare before the beginning of practice. Muscular strength, endurance, cardiovascular fitness, and flexibility should all be developed before the first day of tryouts. Utilize off-season conditioning programs provided either by your team, coach, or the strength and conditioning coach at your school. Along with physical training, don't neglect proper diet as an important way to prevent injuries. To become the most fit and healthy athlete you can, make sure you give your body the best fuel available. Eat a proper diet and avoid harmful substances such as alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, including steroids.
Water intake is vital for any athlete, especially for those in Arizona. It's critical that we hydrate the body throughout the week, before practice, during practice, and after practice. A lot of athletes think drinking a soda before or after practice helps, but this actually dehydrates the body. Water is the best thing an athlete can drink to maximize both performance and safety. And we cannot be fooled by cooler temperatures or soft drinks. Soft drinks will actually dehydrate the body. So for safety reasons and performance, we should be hydrating all day.
We are fortunate to have many certified athletic trainers within Phoenix Junior High School District. However, not all teams or schools will have a trainer available at all times during practices or games. It is important that a student athlete lets his or her coach know of any injuries that may have occurred during a practice or event. Let the coach and the athletic trainer know what symptoms you have and how it may have occurred.
It is important that the equipment we use fits and works properly. During the course of a season, equipment may become damaged even through proper use. Examine your equipment. Make sure it's in proper condition before using. If there is a problem, let your coach know.
Now that we've highlighted some of the risk involved as well as the ways of minimizing those risks, let's take a look at some of the other key elements on the Statement of Awareness form.
The district recognizes not all injuries and accidents can be prevented, and medical treatment may be required. Your first line of defense is always your own health insurance. If you do not have health coverage for the family, the district makes available voluntary student accident and health insurance that you can buy. In addition to these two options, the district purchases limited accident insurance, which covers students while participating in interscholastic sports. This program provides partial medical expense coverage and is designed to supplement your personal accident coverage.
The Phoenix Union High School District regards its athletics programs as a means of teaching our kids about the values of discipline, teamwork, and respect for rules. Schools and their athletic teams are authorized to adopt codes of conduct for team members both at the school and in the community. For the protection, safety, and well-being of our students, the Phoenix Union High School District specifically prohibits the hazing or the physical or psychological abuse of any of our students. The violation of a conduct, standard, or team rules, including academic eligibility, may result in disciplinary action that could include the dismissal from further athletic participation. If you have any concerns regarding the conduct of any coaches or athletes in the Phoenix Union High School District, please contact the coach, the school athletic director, the principal, or the district athletic director.
Abusive or humiliating harassment or hazing is strictly prohibited within Phoenix Union schools. These are unacceptable practices in any athletic, extracurricular, or academic endeavor. Students and coaches who engage in any type of harassment and/or hazing can expect to be disciplined under the Phoenix Union Student Procedures Handbook and the professional agreement. Harassment may include behavior or innuendos, spoken, written, or graphic related to gender, race, color, religion, national origin, or disability, which may include, but is not limited to, implied or overt threats, intimidation, demeaning jokes, taunting, slurs, derogatory remarks, or nicknames. Hazing is defined as intentionally, knowing, or reckless acts committed by a student, whether individually or in concert with other persons, against another student, and which both of the following apply. 1. The act was committed in connection with initiation, affiliation, or maintenance of membership in any organization that is affiliated with an educational institution. And 2, the act contributes to a substantial risk of potential physical injury, mental harm, or personal degradation.
If you choose to participate in athletics at Phoenix Union, you are required to sign the informed consent form. If you are watching this on a computer, you can print the form from the main menu, sign and return. The informed consent form is also available in the athletics office at your campus. Thanks for taking the time to view this informed consent video. We hope that you will weigh the risks and the benefits of athletic participation in Phoenix Union schools and make your own choice for you and your family.